I think if you're a little closer to your computer, that may help. Are you on the computer or on phone?
No, I'm on the computer. Can you hear me better now? No, sorry. I can hear you fine.
If, sometimes it's like if you're close enough to the computer.
I'm very close to it.
You're very close. You're like right on top of it, right? All right. Well, we're just gonna put our listening ears on, and you go ahead and tell us some of the takeaways and what you felt about the regional. We'd love to hear your.
Well, I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me at all?
We can hear you just a little, very soft, but we can hear you.
What I want to say is that I love the community. It's so positive. I just love being here. I love learning everything that I'm taught at these things, and it keeps me motivated and wanting me to work this business. And I just love it. I love the community. I love everything about it. So I always love going to these events.
Was there any particular training that really spoke to you?
I think Dr. Williams telling us what Juice Plus can do for us, and I think that's the best part of Dr. Williams speaking on Friday night. I learned a lot.
Okay. Well, Thora, we really, I'm glad. I think one of the big things is the community. And, before I go any further, if you're not speaking, if you could mute yourself, I tried to mute some of the lines, but I'm not able to do it for some reason. So that way we'll be able to hear better. But, I really think that when you go to like a bigger event, like a regional or a summit, you get to see the bigger community, and it does make an impact seeing the friendships, the people that are there are just really caring, cause-oriented people. So happy that you were there, and thank you for sharing, Thora. So let's move on to your sponsor, Kristen. You are Thora's sponsor, is that right? I get this.
Nope.
No? Okay. You're not. Okay. I'll get this straight one of these days.
Christina Masterson is Thora's sponsor.
Okay. So Kristen, you were there, and you've been to, I think you have been to one other regional couple? No regional?
Nope. This was my first regional.
Okay. Well, tell us what you took away from it.
So I think probably the best two things for me. One was finally connecting faces with names of people that I see either on or hear on some of these calls, some of the other calls during the week. It was nice to just finally connect with those people and even reconnect with Kelly and Noelle, people that I do know. The other big thing for me was the real stories that were shared. Heartfelt, honest, raw stories that were shared. That was really cool. The last thing for me, I would say, was, in a good way, some overwhelming amount of information. Some sort of a refresher. Other thing, I took pages and pages of notes, and I thought, I'm never going to remember all these things. But the good thing was that there are so many resources and tools and places for us to go to get all of the resources and all of the things that we need, including these events, and even to prepare ourselves for doing our own events, whether it's salad in a jar parties, whatever it might be. The amount of resources out there are endless, and it was nice to have that reminder. And then the last thing was one thing that Noelle had in her presentation was choose joy. And that stuck with me the whole day. It was pretty cool.
Michelle, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Sorry, I need myself out. Yeah, thank you, Kristen, because those are three really important things. I think the choose joy, it's so important in this business for us to remember why we're doing this and what makes us happy when we're out there sharing. Because if we're joyful about it, then we're going to get a lot more accomplished because we're doing it and people will be attracted to that joy. So that's really important. As far as all the notes that you took, one of the things that Jeff Roberti always said was take those notes, go home and read them because, you know, we take so many notes and then you go back home and you kind of forget a lot of the things that you took notes on. But when you go back and you read them, now you can start like highlighting and underlining things that you want to incorporate. So it's great that you took a lot of notes because I know that there's a lot of great information that you can, you know, use in your business. So great. And as far as resources, I just want to make one comment on that. We have a lot of resources and sometimes when people are new, it can be overwhelming. So I like to kind of, and I'm sure you've been in the business now for a while, so now you know about all the resources. But when we have new people, I like to give them the freedomrevolution.com website, get them started. And I know Courtney O'Donnell, she was talking about this and she said, then mission-driven model, once they become sales coordinators and they're ready to take on more information, now you can start sharing, you know, that extra website. So anyways, Kristen, thank you for sharing. I'm glad you were there. It was good to see you. Okay. Sharon, I know you're there.
Hello.
Hi. Share a little bit about what you took away.
Yes, I have some great one-liners from largely from Dr. Phillips. Don't ask your doctor if they're untrained in nutrition. He said, you've got to have this nutrition. I was impressed that the endothelium was 1 cell thick because that tells me if we can correct 1 cell over and over and over, we've corrected the whole endothelium process. We don't have to think about it being thick like a cake. It's 1 cell. 1 cell. Farmers are so happy to be working with Juice Plus because they actually found somebody that cares about quality. Every batch is tested for 300 contaminants, including heavy metals and mold. Medicine does something to you. Food does something for you. There's no animal testing. It doesn't need to be digested. It's ready for the cells as is. I used to sneeze like that. Would you like to know why I don't anymore? Wrinkles got less deep. How many more problems do you want? Why put off taking it? If you do this tonight, you won't be as old next month. Who is going to be the next Stephen Ritz? Did anybody think of that? There doesn't have to be just one. Since I didn't know about it already, it just didn't make sense to me. That was Dwana. And Dr. Paul Williams bought it on the spot. That's huge. Those are my takeaways.
I love them. I love those one-liners. Those are powerful.
Yeah.
One other thing he said that I thought was really powerful was, he said, ask your doctor if you can eat more fruits and vegetables. This was for cancer patients. Ask them if you can eat more fruits and vegetables. He said, if they say no, find another doctor.
Exactly.
So I thought that was pretty good.
That's a good way to say it instead of, can I take this product?
Exactly. If you can eat more fruits and vegetables, you can take Juice Plus.
Yep.
Okay. Kelly.
Yes.
What do you have to share? What were your takeaways? Tell us a little bit about your training too, because it was an amazing. I love the way you talked about your journey with the events and how one event led to the other and how it built your belief.
Yeah, so my presentation was about, I basically opened up by asking, is there anyone in the room who does not want to take their business to the next level? Because that's what my presentation was about, is taking your business to the next level, utilizing what has truly been the biggest, highest payoff activity for my business in 15 years, which is events. And I mean, truly my whole story, my business story, is completely wrapped around several events that happened in like, a 5-month time frame. And each event just kept solidifying more and more beliefs around, the product and the business and the community. And so events, from day one, I mean, I learned about Juice Plus at an event. It was a 1-to-1. So events have been critical to my business. And I have been an active participant in, hosting events for 15 years. I haven't stopped. So it's something that really is important. So I just covered, basically the power of events and how they really build a business, they build a community, they build friendships and fun and revenue and emotional revenue. And so it's awesome. But what I loved about this regional was I love the sense of intimacy that it provided. I felt like it provided a safe space for people to feel really comfortable to share with vulnerability. And, just to kind of come together as a community, after a summer where, people, maybe weren't as engaged and this was a great opportunity to kind of come together, get back on the same page of learning and becoming inspired. I mean, there's no doubt, Pammy Shepley always inspires me. She was our closing speaker. And she really, she was vulnerable. She was actually more vulnerable than I've seen her in the past. She got into some, deep information around the early days when she was introduced to Juice Plus and kind of the raw reality of her financial picture. She, takes complete ownership of a very large credit card debt issue. And she took ownership of understanding that she contributed to her husband having provider anxiety because she was racking up a lot of credit card debt. And she said one of the proudest moments in her business was the day that her husband, walked into her office and, put down a piece of paper and said, "You are an independent woman of means," because she had grown her paycheck to be so substantial that they were no longer dependent upon just his income. Her income alone could support their life. And you could tell just the way she said that, she was just really empowered by that experience. So, the first, several years of her business have been about building her income and paying off that debt and retiring her husband. And now, the next years are really about supporting him and his dreams. And I really enjoyed her. She tied everything up beautifully.
I agree. She was very, very, real, and she's always great. I always love listening to Pammy, but her story and the story about her husband winning the sailing race from Newport, which was pretty awesome. But yeah, it was a great story. So thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
And Susan.
Here I am. Well, actually, I was going to do the provider anxiety, but Kelly stole that. No. But that really, I'll just add on to what you said. That really hit home to me. And I think I really realized it today. Jeff was the main breadwinner for years, and that was our plan. We had kids, and we ended up homeschooling and all that. But it's still, every time there was anything going on that was tough financially, that was all on his shoulders for a long time. And I used to feel bad about it. I used to feel powerless about it. I also really missed my own paycheck. And this morning, I just realized, you know, sometimes there's times in our months or whatever that we get a few bills that come in at the same time together, and sometimes they're bigger. So this month it was a mortgage, and then it was a larger credit card than usual. And I was looking at what was in our bank account, and I was like, that's going to be a little snug. So I just looked at my Juice Plus checking account, and that balance is much more healthy than when I started, and it was $14, you know, or $20 or $50 or whatever it used to be. And I just took some of the money out of there and I paid some things. And that felt really good. That felt so good. So I really related to that. She also said that at this point, her business is affecting 10,000 different people. That really, really just hit me. So I just sat there and started writing down all the different families that I knew some of my different team were supporting, or, you know, sharing Juice Plus with. And without myself and two other of my biggest or most active reps, so without them, we were like at 50 or 55. And so that was really fun, because I remember when it was just me and Jeff and like two other people. That was 5 years ago. So those are my, just a couple. And then Luann, I also met people that I hadn't really, had never heard them speak before. And like Kelly said, people really did make themselves very vulnerable. And Luann, I don't know her last name, but she was one of those people, and just really, really spoke from her heart about being able to take care of her mom and how much that meant to her. And it was very touching and inspiring. So,
Yes, it was.
new people. Yeah.
Yeah, new people. Luann Colombo, National
Yeah,
Marketing
it's
Secretary.
Colombo.
Colombo.
Just one more question.
Yes, I know. I always think of that, the Colombo clothes.
Yep.
I love that story that you were able to take money out of your Juice Plus checking account and help pay the bills.
Yeah, I just handled it.
Right,
Felt
Susan.
so good. Yes.
That's good. And 55 people.
Yeah.
The
And that's
ripple
not counting Jeff's customers, my customers, or one other rep that's really, really busy. So
Woohoo.
I haven't added those up yet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. And Natalia, I think I saw Natalia there somewhere. Can you share, Natalia? Let me see. There you are.
I'm sorry, I was in a bookstore.
Oh,
Can you hear me well?
we can hear you. Looks like you're at a Tower Garden convention. Well,
She's Natalia.
yeah, now we can't hear you. Let's see. Let me just, I think maybe we lost her.
Oh, I mute myself. Now
okay.
you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So the Massachusetts regional was really, really great, because I just came back from Russia just a day or a few days before, like day and a half, and I was really grateful that event happening, and it just get me into the business right away. and so many heartfelt, so many beautiful stories, people sharing really, amazing story what didn't share before. Um, I really love the story with Kelly and her daughter. Um, she was a student at Hobart, same school my son went, and she has some really problems with her health. And one day she came to mom and say, "I want to be healthy." And her mom just started looking for some, and they start taking Juice Plus, and her health such was a big change. She doesn't take any pills anymore. She was using asthma attack, this a lot of medication, and she was really totally healthy child. Right now she's not a child, she's a young woman, 26 years old, and happy and healthy. This is kind of one of the story. And the regional is, I really loved from our team, we have two speakers, was talking, Noelle and Kelly. I really love their speeches. Noelle was so calm and talking about the joy, how she really want to enjoy all the business and all the process, all the life. And I think it's wonderful. We did a little meditation, try to remember there's something joyful moments in our life, and bring this to us in the minute, and how you can be in this moment all the time and try to remember this happy moment in your life. And I love how Kelly explained, do you want to bring business to the next level? If you don't, you can leave right now. I really like why you're here. So her presentation was wonderful, so organized, and importance of the events. It's really, really important. Because at the event, people see the different stories, they hear the different information, they don't see just one person, they see all different people. And I love that events, it could be not events like we had at the regional, but it could be small events, coffee shop, salad in a jar party, Zoom events, and of course the biggest event like a conference and regional. So that was really wonderful. Dwana did a great presentation, sharing about how powerful company is, and sharing her amazing story with her husband was really sick and was in ICU for 30 days. And she been able to work from ICU room in a computer to work with this company, how the company has a big heart. And she was just, I think she said, just, I need my laptop, that's it. And Pam Shapley was so inspiring. I really love her story. And she was so honest and so authentic, and really, really spoke to me. She always spoke to me how she says, sometimes I don't want to go out. I just want to stay home. But she says her favorite quotes, you need to get up, dress up, and go. So this is really, just do it. You just need to do it. And the last things, I really was grateful so I can share my story, and so honored being doing closing to Dr. Paul Williams. So it's my first time sharing after Alan passing. It was kind of a little bit vulnerable and emotional, but so it was good to share that.
And you did a great job, Natalia.
Thank you.
closing. It was great, yes. So it was an amazing Friday night, amazing Saturday. Our team did a great job. We were well represented, which I'm really
Michelle?
proud. Yes, go ahead, Kelly.
Lisa Hines was there.
Oh, Lisa, I didn't see Lisa. I'm only seeing Lisa. Sorry. Tell us what your takeaway was.
I thought I was going to get away with not having to speak.
Not so,
Hey.
not so fast.
Yeah, I was there. We went Friday night, and my husband came with me, which was awesome, to be able to go to an event and have him come with me and listen to a doctor talk about health and nutrition was awesome. Saturday's event, I kind of just looked through my notes. Everything was just so good. I loved Noelle's presentation, and it was very, I hope she shares it with us or in the groups on Facebook, because she talked about pretty much how to keep things organized and the importance of self-care and family time and your business. Like, what's the most important thing to produce income, and you have to focus on those activities that produce income above all else. And time for yourself, which is really important, and practicing joy, because we only live once. And although we're working really hard on our businesses, it's important to just enjoy life today and, not be all into your business all the time. I also liked Pammy Shepley's presentation. That was really good. And she said one thing that really makes me think, and kind of is a great thing to say to someone, that pretty much hits the spot. She said, do you think you know people in your life that this would make sense to? Like, if you have a new customer and you're trying to show the customer the benefits of the business or how it would help other people, like, keep it really simple. And it's sharing fruits and vegetables. I love how she started her business. She was just on fire, and she would call up all her friends, and she said, I'm calling you for a reason. Did you know that there's fruits and vegetables in the capsule? Neither did I. So can I give you some information? She was just very open. It's a simple product, and she kind of shared some information on how to approach people. And I thought of you because I have no idea if this is for you. Would you be open to? And if I would you? They're all great opening statements that kind of take the pressure off the person you're talking to and yourself, because you're not going to hold any attachment when you ask those questions. And that was it. I mean, everybody else and talked about everything, and the provider anxiety. Listening to that made me really emotional because of what we are going through, and my why gets stronger and stronger every day. And the sooner I can get to National Marketing Director, the sooner I can relieve the pressure off my family, because we have no health insurance or anything. My husband and I don't have health insurance, and the anxiety of having the debt that we have is a big motivator. I'm too old for being stressed every winter. It's getting old, so that's it.
Well, you're not too old, but thank you for.
No, I'm too old for the
Yeah.
pattern every single year. I need to make changes.
Right. You don't deserve to be stressed, and I totally get it. So thank you for sharing that. And I just took some notes because I missed that one thing. I like that. I'm calling you for a reason. Did you know there are fruits and vegetables in a capsule? That's great. I share some info. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. I think I've got everybody. Was anybody else there that I missed? I think we got them all. So, thank you everyone for sharing. It was a great regional, and events are so powerful. Friday night, one of my team members had a chiropractor. I sat next to him, and he listened to Dr. Williams, and he could not wait to get on the omegas and the fruits and the vegetables. He's not on the vineyard yet, but so Janice brought him some to get started on Saturday, and then they put his order in today, and he signed up as a distributor. So that's how powerful these events are. they do the work for us. Just get people to the events. And
Michelle,
oh, go ahead.
I sat in front of you on Friday night and the doctor was directly behind me.
Yeah.
He amened everything that Dr. Williams was sharing. I mean, he was like, I was like secretly cracking up because he reminded me of me.
Okay.
When I sat at the luncheon with you and Cynthia, and I was just like, literally, I must have been the worst audience member for Cynthia, because I was like, that's right, that's exactly right, that's good information. And he was doing it in a much more quiet fashion, but he was completely amening everything for the entire hour. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. And it's like when you have, we bring people and sometimes they really get it and sometimes they don't. But when you've got somebody there that gets it like that, it's magic.
Mm-hmm.
And so when Janice went over there today to put in his order and sign him up as a distributor, he said, I already feel it. I'm already feeling it. And he's only been on it for like 2 days. So, and he's a vegetarian. So,
and he's tall.
He's like 6'8".
It's enormous. I was like, oh my gosh, he's so tall.
I'm like, whoa, he's way up there. So, but that's
a different altitude level.
Yeah, exactly. So we have another event coming up. For those of you that are local, Valerie Miles is going to be here in New Hampshire on September 24th. Thank you, Kelly and Noel, for putting this together and getting it all organized. And she is amazing. So she's an integrative pediatric medicine doctor. She does family medicine as well. So this is for everyone. And her talk is going to be amazing. So, and it's at the Cisco Brewery. So it's fun. So bring people with you and let the doctors do the work for you. So this is how we grow our businesses, these kinds of events, and our smaller events like the ones that Kelly and Noel have been putting on, both on Zoom and at homes. So everyone, you're doing a great job, and we appreciate all the events, Kelly, that you and Noel have been putting together. So it was great to see everyone on the call. And great to have the new people on the call. We meet every Monday night. It's great to get together and kind of start our week off on the right foot. So have a great night. Oh, and before we sign off, there's a great call coming up on the Cortese call, and I have the number, and it's going to be blasting off to conference with Karen Johnson and her team, and they're on a fast track. So they'll be really good team to listen to. The number is 712-770-4005, and the code is 148668 pound. So hop on to the next call. I know you'll enjoy it. And everyone have a great week and a great night. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Bye.
Jess Prosser, it was great seeing your face.
Yes, it is.
I know. I miss you guys.
We miss you too.
I'll be here from now on. I changed things around again.
Yay.
Oh, good.
Yay.
Yeah, we miss you, Jess.
Yeah.
And I'll miss you too.
And thanks for everybody sharing. Great job.